Talk about torch vision datasets. Torch vision datasets. Why data matters in deep learning? So, the good models come from the good data. You need enough data, the right type of data. If your data is bad, your model will also bad. So, what is torch vision? So, Dark Vision is a library in PyTorch that helps us to handle image data easily. It gives us three major things: the pre-built datas, the custom datas, and the fake synthetic datasets. Okay, those pre-built datasets and tools for custom datasets and fake synthetic datasets. So, what is pre-built datasets? This is ready to use. That's why we use pre-built datasets. It is ready to use. These are datasets already prepared for us. They already have images, labels, proper format. So you can train immediately. Why important? No need to collect data. No need for time those no period of time to collect raw data. No need to label the data. You can compare models using benchmarks. Okay, so yeah, using the benchmark, you could compare your metrics and comparing each other's models. So here's the popular datasets we must know. First is fashion MNAST, clothes like shirts, shoes, bags. It is used for classification. Next is the dataset SVHN, or it means in Street View House numbers. So real world digits from Google Street View. Celeb A, celebrity faces. It includes attributes like smiling and glasses. Coco, huge data sets. Its task is object detection, segmentation, and captioning. Next is Pascal Bulk or smaller data sets, approximately 3,000 images. It is used for object detection. Next is ImageNet. This is one of the most important. It consists 1 million plus images that consist of 1,000 classes. This is a gold for standard in deep learning. So, special note, we must download it manually. Next is types of computer vision task. Turk vision datasets are grouped by tasks. Um, Image classification, assign label to image, like for example, the cat, the dog. Next is object detection, find plus locate objects. Example, bounding boxes. Next is segmentation, we need to classify pixel, um, background versus object. Example as an example. Next is example of loading datasets using the Cipher 10 dataset. So we could uh, view it in the code in the PyTorch datasets that Cipher 10, and inside of the parameter we have the root, and we could equivalent it to as a data. For example, the root is where the dataset is stored. Next of the parameter inside the dataset that Cipher 10 is uh, we set it train is equivalent to false. Why? To load the and test set. Uh, to if and other than if it is true, which means we are training the set. Next is download equivalent to true. Download the dataset if not yet downloaded or not yet available. Next is transform. It's a pre-processing like normalizing, resizing, like that, etc. So next is data loader. Um, well, it's one of the very important. So after the data set, we use the data loader. Inside of the parameter, we have data set, batch size equivalent to 8, or sometimes of how many batch size you wanted. We shuffle it true or false. So what it does, the data loader does is batching, shuffling, and faster loading because it supports parallel computation through GPU. Note, training set uh, is shuffle is equivalent to true because we want a randomized um, data during the training so we could generalize it well. And if we training or testing that having validation and testing the data set, we shuffle it false because we don't training it anymore. So next is important role. Every data set is different. Some need train true or false or having a boolean value, and some need a split test because every dataset in is different. It's like SVHN. So yeah, because dataset is different. So for example, in a minus dataset, it has multiple splits. If we want to split it the digits, we could have the digit value. If we split it into test, we will have a test data for testing. That so why? Because this AMSG contains letters, digits, and balance sets. Next is the transform example. One is very important for MNST. Rotate image, flip vertically. Normalize uh, the value of mean is zero point 0.5 and standard deviation is zero point 0.5 also. So by setting the zero point 0.5 and the mean of zero point 0.5 and standard deviation of zero point 0.5, we could have avoid the mathematical bias of the data or features value. For example, is the pixel values. If initially we range it as 0 to 1, but those range is having bias for positive values because um, the values ranging from 0 to 1. Unlike transforming it to negative range is negative 1 to 1. So it means we have the symmetric value. We send the data from 0 and we could have both positive and negatives. Next is 8 custom datasets. So when we build our own datasets, our folder structure is datasets. Inside the datasets, we have the labeled value like cats, dogs, and each those labeled value we have. It contains. Imagine it is a folder, and uh, um, the dataset folder contains cats, dogs, and each classified label contains images. Like for example, in cats we have image one, the JPEG, and in dogs we have image one, the JPEG also. We use image folder datasets. That image folder root is given datasets. It automatically reads images and assign labels. So one of the use of the image folder, it's automatically reads images and assign its label. Next, we have two ways to split data. So the method one is we random split the data set, and method two, um, we pre-build our own folder. Next is fake data sets. So fake data sets are we denoted it called data set with fake data. So it generates random images, random labels. Why it's useful? Because it debugs our model, does it pipeline, check shapes. Example is my model compatible with input size. So Dark Visions helped us to benchmark models. The tools is pre-built datasets. Like Dark Visions helps us to build real apps. So the tool we use is custom datasets. The Dark Vision helps us to debug code. That's why we use the fake datasets. So the final summary is pre-built datasets is fast for training and benchmarking. Custom datasets is used for real-world applications. And fake datasets is for debugging. We should always read dataset documentation, apply correct transforms, and use data loader. And that's it.